Hi there, Z here, and as some of you who might watch my stuff know, I do commentaries every once in a while when something just strikes my fancy. I'm no Boogie 2988 where I just talk about everything on my mind or anything else like that. But I thought I might want to make something because there's been something that's been swimming around in my head. And no, it's not the alcohol. I can tell you that right now. Um, First off, I want to just say welcome to the. I think it was 5 new people, and that's not the whole reason why I make this. I fucking hate those YouTubers. Like, oh, I'm gonna make a whole video because 2 people fucking followed me. No. That's not me. That's not me. This is. I was thinking about doing this on my podcast, which I have a completely separate channel for my podcast because it can get political. It can get in my personal opinions. And to be fair, on an entertainment, I like to think that I am an entertainment channel. Nobody really wants to hear your personal opinions. Make with the jokes, funny man. Right? Am I right or am I right? But I just wanted to inform you guys, thank you very much for following, everybody who's been following the entire time, everything else like that. And the new review is going to be coming out here. I'm putting a lot of editing into it and trying a lot of new stuff that I don't know how to do yet, so it's taking a little bit longer. I just did 4 hours today and only got through 3 minutes of it, so I just suck at editing. I'm willing to admit that. I am a big enough man to admit that. I just am just terrible at editing. I don't know if it's supposed to take this long or I just suck at it, but I'm willing to admit the latter. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is what is with some YouTubers? And obviously I'm not talking about yours truly because I'm pretty perfect. There's nothing wrong with me. Besides one disorder, but it can be looked over. You can gloss over a little bit of an alcoholic problem, right? I'm just joking. I tend to do these things a little bit more off the cuff, by the way. So if you're just like this fucking script is sounding strange, it's not supposed to sound right. But one more thing that I was just kind of thinking about today, and some YouTubers don't seem to understand how good they have it. I can understand everybody saying, well, look, you think that it's great to just make videos the entire time and have people love everything that you do. But it's just another job, right? It's just another job that you have to go through. Well, depending on your mindset, yeah. There's some YouTubers that are pretty antisocial and they just want to do their videos. They don't want to talk to anybody. They don't want to talk to their fan base. They want to do the videos and that they just want to distance themselves, which is fine. I can understand that. But there's 2 different kinds of YouTubers that I'm talking about right here. The ones that fuck everything up and people still give them Patreon money and everything else like that. And before I go too much into this, I know I'm sounding like just a spoiled small-time YouTuber. Oh, shoot. Why don't I have 1,000 million, subscribers? It's not that. This is just, I had a little drink tonight while I was editing to kind of keep me from blowing my brains out. And, I just kept thinking back to it because I've been doing a lot of shit recently. Like I've been watching YouTubers who analyze other YouTubers. It's weird. It's such a meta thing. I can't wrap my head around it. Like this small-time YouTuber is fucking psychologically criticizing this other YouTuber. It's weird. Isn't it weird? I don't know. It may just be me. I just made me thinking that it's fucking strange when YouTubers analyze other YouTubers for the shit that they're doing. Whatever. But there's 2 people in mind that come to mind. And this is for one subset. The other one that I want to be talking about, I could just say it right now. Let's make this the first one that I was thinking about. Has anybody ever watched a thank you for the 10,000, thank you for the 100,000, and they just sound so fucking boring. They sound like they just don't want to make this video at all, which is fine. Nobody's making you sign a contract saying, okay, when you hit 10,000, 100,000, 500,000, 1 million, 8 million, 8 million, 13 trillion subscribers, you have to make a video. No one ever says you can do that. You could be a complete ponce and be like, no, I don't want to thank anybody. This is my own thing. If you guys don't like it, then fuck off. That's completely in their right to do so. But they come on and they're like, seriously, guys, you guys are just so great. And I just love you guys. And you could like hear them almost falling asleep near their microphone. Now, I don't want anybody to go to the other side I don't want any Markipliers here where you have to cry every single time that you have to fucking say thank you to people. There's plenty of medium ground between sounding so disingenuous that it's like, is this like Microsoft Sam talking to us, and fucking bawling your eyes out because you're at 100,000 subscribers or whatever Markiplier used to do. I don't know. I don't watch him anymore because I got tired of his shit quick. But that's the first one. Not super huge, not super interesting, but the narcissists that just people give them whatever the fuck it bothers me, okay? Can I just be frank with everybody here? And the two YouTubers I say right here, if you still give them money, if you still give them views, even though they fucking not only fallen off a cliff, but they turned around at the cliff that they were way up on the cliff, fucking Mount Olympus they were on top of. And they just they plunged off, and while they were plunging off, they're turning around and fucking, flipping off everybody else on their way down to rock bottom. And I'm not going to keep you in suspense anymore. It's two of them. Darkside Phil, if anyone knows who he is, I think he's at like 45,000 videos. And each video is like 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long. He basically streams all day long, and then he puts it all up on YouTube for revenue. Interesting story. He's gone through some fucking weird stuff. And he just has, either he's playing a character, and the character is a bigger piece of shit than he is. And people who know who Darkside Phil is, you know exactly what I'm talking about. From the way that he acts to his fans, to the way that he snorts thousands of times through when he's doing his playthroughs, and when he's oh my god, I'm shaking right now because I'm so that bothers me. You know how hard it is to do this? So guys, yeah, it was a really good time. I'm just having a bit of time. I'm just having a really bad how hard was that? You don't have to put your nostrils directly over your fucking pig-like nostrils and just. So, this is what let's talk. I'm just saying, fuck off. Oh my god. But besides the way that he talks, which is a very petty thing, I know, but I'm an asshole to some extent, and it fucking bothers me. It's like people chewing with their mouth open. Ugh, just fucking close your mouth. I had to sit behind a guy like that at work, and he was like 53 years old, so I didn't want to, I was also at work, so I didn't want to jump on him and strangle him because multiple reasons. That's not something that sane people do. I'm at work, the guy's old. I didn't want to do any of that, but now I'm getting off track. And the second thing is Spoonie, the Spoonie experiment. Now, I don't want to go too much into this because these commentaries are just stuff that's on my mind that I need to get off my mind, or else it gnaws at me, and I try to talk to some random person at work, and they're like, I have no idea what this is. You're talking about a fucking YouTube community. I barely watch YouTube. Why are you talking to me? Please go back to work. And I'm like, all right, sorry, boss. No, I would never do that to my boss. She's a bit intimidating. Good boss, but just intimidating. Anyways, Spoonie experiment, where he had everything at one point, and he seemed like such a nice guy. Let me get into this just a little bit. I watched that guy with the glasses, Nostalgia Critic, for a long time, way back in the day when he was still like not really a nobody, but he was gaining fans, he was gaining fan service. And I watched him, which means I watched everyone else from that website, and no one really connected with me. I thought Spoonie was really fucking tiresome, and he overreacted more than Doug Walker did, which is absolutely insane. By the way, I'm going to be dropping some names that some people might not know. If anybody wants to know more about either one of these guys, actually, just put their names and do Mr. Medicare. He's a really good YouTuber. He's very good at researching, and currently he is doing like a series of everybody from that guy with the glasses. But anyway, back to my personal thing. Like the nostalgia chick, she was very pro-feminist, and even back in the day, I'm like, oh, this is getting really old right now. And Doug Walker was the only one that I'm like, okay, he overreacts. He screams a lot like a girl. Okay, yeah, the little skip button can do that. Okay, good. We're back to thought-provoking ideas about movies that I used to watch as a kid. Perfect. But Spoonie, people loved him. At one point, his Patreon, $5,000 a month. A month. At my work, I get paid about $1,100 a month. not that great, but not 5,000, but I'm not living in the fucking streets. But 5,000 a month. I wish I could do the math. That's 12 times 5, and that's I can't really think of it. 60,000 a year, and he fucking threw it away. People were willing to, like, he got $5,000 because he promised to make people a movie if he hit into $5,000. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then out of nowhere, he just stopped doing, it's not out of nowhere. Believe you me, you do some research on this guy, and it's like, wow, this guy's fucking not well in the head at all. But who is? Who fucking cares? You could be absolutely insane. You can, cut off the heads of fucking stuffed animals and put them on your bedpost. You could do whatever the hell you want, as long as you keep looking like you're sane. Like, keep putting out content, keep doing this, you gotta keep active on this shit. And it really pisses me off because he still gets about $800 a month, and he hasn't done shit for a while. He hasn't put out reviews. He does this stupid thing called Livewire, something like that, where he just plays through games. But you're thinking like, well, Zach, that's a long playthrough. That's what people do. It's just a long playthrough. No, because you can hear him do like every so often. He literally has not muted his mic. He's sitting there playing games. Why? For hours on end. Mute the fucking mic, make it a long playthrough. Nothing's live about this. Nothing. And it fucking makes me upset. And it's making me upset simply for the fact that okay. Sorry, my woman was IMing me on Facebook. I wanted to be sure it wasn't something super important, because I'm going to try to wrap this up here. I try to keep these under 20 minutes, because anything over 20 minutes I do on my podcast, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, if you have a bigger YouTuber that they don't seem like they actually care, and I'm not trying to say don't watch their stuff, but if you can get more active on the smaller YouTube channels, that's what I typically do. Obviously, I have big YouTube channels that I like to watch. Put something on in the background. Everything on YouTube, just it's entertainment. So if you can get entertainment out of it, that's completely fine. But a lot of small YouTubers out there that are fucking great. I have noticed that ever since I started watching a lot of them. And you know what? I'm not saying give money to them at all, because I'm a stickler with my money. I have a few people that I pay on Patreon. That's all I'll ever do, because I need money as well. I need money as well. I got a house, I got bills, I got things. But the small YouTubers, if you could just write some positive comments, put a even if you're not a person who does likes or dislikes or subscribes, you can look at my channel. I have like 4 people subscribe because I do the same thing. I usually put them on my favorites list. I should be doing this. I should be preaching or doing what I preach, but I don't like doing it, which I understand. But if you could drink enough alcohol to like give them a thumbs up at least, because coming from a small YouTuber, I swear to God, I get the smallest high whenever I see a new subscriber, whenever I see a thumbs up, whenever someone comments saying something nice. Big YouTubers don't have that happiness, I don't think, because sure, they have a lot of positive comments, but they also have a ton of negative ones, and depending on how sensitive they are, the negative ones could definitely outdo the more positive ones. Whereas me, I get something new. Oh God, a new subscriber, boom. Heart starts going a little bit. It's like, oh, this is fucking sweet. And the best thing is I'm one of those people who look at their analytics like every day, because it shows what people might like, what people want in the future. And it just feels good to know that some fucking guy in Sweden just watched 100% of your shitty content. I know that my editing is not that great. Nobody has to tell me it. It's not completely shit. I know how to do basic editing, but it's not as good as the better YouTubers out there. Maybe given enough time, I'll learn all the tricks of the trade. I don't know. I don't know. I want to, because I just want to entertain you guys so badly. And that's kind of my main thing here. If you could show some love to the smaller YouTubers that you might know, and let's say you watch them, but you don't really you don't really tell them that you like them. I'm not telling you to be a complete fan of them. I really don't want to put the pressure on people to just be like, hey, how dare you not talk to small YouTubers and make them feel good? This world is supposed to be about feeling good. No, it's not. Feeling good is a minor side effect of if you're good enough, people will give you a compliment. Nobody has to pay you a compliment. But in the bottom of your heart, if you're thinking, man, I should really say something to this guy, I would suggest it. I am at 15 minutes now, almost 16 minutes. This went a lot longer than it should, and as you can see, I'm fucking everywhere. Unless I have a script, I just keep talking, and I just keep talking, and I'm going to keep talking until I end it right now, so cheers!